intro to now we do this.
Yeah, hey.
I think we need a producer who.
Oh yeah.
Not that Abe isn't a producer, but like a hands-on producer who's going to hit the buttons for us. I think.
Yes, that'd be nice.
I don't like this whole.
Well, I suggested we get
either
a
of us.
wireless mouse. That way I can just chill here with the mouse. And
Yeah, that would improve things. That could
Actually,
be-
I brought the mouse, but
you have a wireless mouse?
yes,
Okay.
but I forgot the thing that plugs into the laptop. So
So
I mean, I
hey,
brought
that's
it.
progress, though.
But yeah,
that's
we're
a step
half of it.
closer.
So we're almost there.
This is a special Sunday night recording.
Oh yes, they didn't have to know that. We could have said it was Saturday.
I mean, it's Monday.
I mean,
it's
yeah.
live. We're here on Monday, the 1st of August.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Monday.
Hello. How's August? It's going well, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Hopefully you're enjoying August as
It's
much as
a
we
little
are.
early to judge, but I mean,
That's true. This is also this episode 2 of our new format with commercial breaks.
yes.
So that's cool.
Commercials.
Commercials. Yeah,
We've sold out.
we've made some money.
We have pure profit.
We made 33 cents on that first one with commercials last week.
They don't
so.
need to know that either.
What? That's a start. No, it's nothing.
Tell them it's like $30, but yeah. You know.
33. We made 33 on our last one.
Yeah, right.
You can fill in that word that's missing.
33.
33%. Whatever you want. You got out of focus again. How'd you get out of focus? No, you're not. No, not entirely.
I think I have to sit like exactly back here.
No, I don't know. Did it move?
You're really in focus.
You moved somehow. It wasn't focused wherever you were when I focused it. We'll fix this, but by the commercial break,
Yeah.
it'll be good. It'll be be ready to go.
I'll drift back into focus.
So, look, I think we should start off the show by some content that we didn't produce. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Vice magazine headline generator.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
fun
back.
thing that we found last week. It's back. it's no work for us.
It's our newest guest. I mean,
I guess we probably could have got Leah on. I forgot.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's too late now. Kind of.
All right. So the button here says "Give me Vice." You ready?
Yeah.
Ready to be given Vice?
Give me some Vice.
Why James Franco thought Muhammad Ahmadinejad was a Christian pig farmer. Dabbing bass in bed with Cara.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I don't know that one. Okay, pass.
All these words.
A Venezuelan supermodel's guide to Timbuktu. Yeah, that's a good one. This is the Syrian drug addict who wants to make Bangkok the new Sudan. Hamlin wins.
Wow.
All right, so we should start.
Okay,
there.
yeah,
We'll
we're
come
good.
back. We'll come back. We'll do some more when we run out of material because we can just click that for an hour. I think and
Chuckle.
entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. We have a review that we'll do in segment number 2.
Yes. We talk about Lights Out.
Lights Out, the new
Oh, yeah.
James Wan produced it at
Yeah,
least. I
he
don't know
didn't
who
direct.
directed it.
I don't remember. I think it was a nobody essentially.
Nobody directed it.
You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean. It was one of those like it's
They
his first
turned on the
horror movie.
cameras.
Yeah.
So don't tell anyone what you thought.
Okay.
We'll save that. Give them a little tease. Keep
You
them
guys
around
can-
for 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we both had an experience. We ran into an actress that we'd worked with before.
Yes, we did.
And, well, I guess what I was thinking was there's some degree of... I've wondered if maybe we should keep sort of part of the origin story of Naomi Jones secret just because... the original person who was going to be cast ended up getting cast, and there's, I don't assume
okay.
it shouldn't hurt anyone's feelings because
No.
it all worked out fine,
It's
and
not
we
bad.
met good people, and yada yada. So
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we could just explain some of that and then build into the story where we ran into Megan again.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Sure.
the basic story is we worked with this local actress named Megan Friend on our movie adaptation the movie we made before the one we just shot, and she only worked for 2 days on the movie, but she was really good, and so we all kind of were like, well, okay, I guess the next five movies will be starring her, and so that had happened sort of simultaneously with ever since our first one we'd kind of made jokes about, well, we should make a movie about all the horrible things that have happened when we've tried to make movies. And
Make
so,
a movie about that.
yeah, so there was something that happened on the adaptation. I don't know, on set. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was the day you had a bad day. I think that might have been what inspired it. It was the day where you seemed
there was
like
for
just
some.
so
I was
sad.
complaining to Remy, who was our director of photography on it, and
is that what he is classified as?
that was his title, yeah. So I'm complaining to him about something, and then I was like, "Oh, that'd be kind of funny though if we did this in that movie about a director." And because he'd heard me say, I guess the next five movies are going to start Megan. He's like, "Oh, is the director Megan?" And I was like, "Oh, I hadn't considered that, but that's very funny." Now immediately I could see the whole movie in my head. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
There's your
So
idea.
I see, how it's all going to work. I see the way that the way that the conflicts are going to sort of have some unifying themes, and then the idea of bringing feminism into it is a central theme, but then also a way to bring in some interesting conflicts that I haven't seen in a movie. Like to have her be a filmmaker who struggles with even the expectations of feminism, as you know, the reporter brings up. Like I thought, like that's a fun idea. It never would have happened if it wasn't like if I wasn't constantly thinking, okay, oh Megan, okay, she's a woman, she's making the movie, like that's
Being
fun,
able to see it
it's
as
interesting,
her, how
yeah,
it all visualized.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got the whole idea that was the muse was like, oh, okay, I see it now.
The muse possessed your brain.
Yes, it was invoked,
Yes.
and possessed or whatever. I don't know. You're so out of focus now. You're so blurry. When did this
made
happen?
my most comfortable too.
Maybe if we move it a little.
Maybe if I move me up and then that out.
What's
Well,
happening to
stop
our?
there.
Oh, that's better. Now we're both a little blurry. We're both equally blurry now, so let's stick with that for now.
Okay. Doesn't that mean we can twist the thing though, make it a little better? And the trauma is you gotta sit forward a little bit. Ooh. Now you're gone.
No, I'm gone. I like how we have breaks now, but we still do this. Okay, this is better. This
Nice,
is better.
There we go.
All right.
Now I'm really.
I'm less distracted now.
Okay. Yeah.
So
It's
anyway,
distracting for me too.
I'm writing the next movie called Naomi Jones, and early in the writing process, I reached out to Megan. I said, "Hey, are you interested in potentially doing this?" She said, "Sure." And then basically, as things got more ramped up, and ended up not working out with her scheduling, she had a different job, and then yada yada yada.
Yeah.
It didn't end up working out with
I'll
that.
find
So.
somebody else.
But it was. I think the interesting thing there is that it was this weird sort of like identity crisis that the project had briefly, and we got over it. and It was fine. It's a great.
Yeah.
Like we found Leah. Leah's fantastic, and but the thing is, it's a different movie now. I think because Leah, and it was up to that point, everyone had only like thought of it as so it's Megan Friend.
As a director,
It's about Megan
yeah.
Friend directing a movie.
Yeah.
Instead, it was who's Naomi Jones, and then we got to sort of bring some other things out through that. So that was kind of the whole story of how Naomi Jones got to be what it is. But Megan's I think an integral part of getting to that point.
Yes.
And so it was fun. We ran into her separately actually because
I don't think she recognized me because I was only there for one day where she was on set.
That's
and
true,
Even then, I was only
actually.
there for like an hour. I think it wasn't.
which
very
day
long.
were you on for when she was there?
That was
coffee
coffee shop day. Yeah,
First coffee shop day or second coffee shop?
first coffee shop day. I think.
That's right. Yeah.
That was it.
Because that's your profile picture on Facebook's from that day.
Yes, it is.
Um,
From like 2 years ago or a year ago, whatever.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, year and a half, something like that. Who cares?
And so anyway, so Moose Henderson is directing a music video. And
Why is he? I mean, somebody's directing a music video. The music video is being
is
directed.
Bach? Are we considering Bach?
I
the
don't know.
director?
'Cause
I don't really know
Bach
exactly.
had it all planned out, man. He's like,
Bach.
I want Bach,
Bach,
my.
Bachmai.
Yeah, I think that's his name, right?
That don't even mean because I don't really know him as a musician.
I
I don't know him as a person
I
or a
listened,
musician.
like-
The music could be fantastic. I really don't know, but
It was okay. It was like indie,
you know what I mean?
folky stuff.
I think
you know?
if Father Son Productions is involved, can you say anything that's not like it's the best?
No,
it's the best
but-
music I've ever heard.
yeah, sure
my
you
whole life.
can.
It's better than Bach.
I mean, this is under the Movies and Stuff Network.
What?
This is under Movies and Stuff.
That's well. Yeah,
Fathers in Production shows nowhere on the credits. It's just us. This is
that's because occasionally things come out
Yeah.
about some people that we encounter that it's like
Yeah.
this should never be interpreted as the official mouthpiece of the company
No, not
because
at this is just
so
kind of our
that's why we keep
personal
the name
opinions. That's
out,
why it's
yeah.
okay for me to say that. Anyways, no, the music's all right. I mean,
Had you heard of him before
No.
this? Okay,
I assume this was like their first big release. There's a few.
it might be.
on there
I really
too.
don't know. It's Bach Mai,
Yeah,
like
like BACH.
like Johann Sebastian, but his name is I think Mike.
Yeah,
Uh,
Michael Mai. That sounds right. I think
Michael Mai.
Michael Mai. I know because I was pretty amused with the name.
Mai.
Mai.
Andrew Mai Clay.
Michael Mai. Eminem.
Mai Cubes.
Mai and Mai.
We have to
Yeah,
reload
anyways,
quickly
yeah,
here. So
okay.
anyway, so Moose Henderson is directing a music video for Bach Mai. Then they've got I think is it an album that's coming
Yeah,
out?
it's like an album release party
Okay.
they're having at the waiting room.
Okay, so it's a
Yeah.
local
Yeah.
event and
Should be pretty cool.
I think the music video is going to be a part of the event somehow.
They're gonna
and-
show it, I assume. you know?
See, I knew very little.
Yeah.
Ben tells me basically, hey, this is happening. And then I told him, okay, well, I guess let me know when you want to, need the stuff because first off, I don't really watch music videos, so I think perhaps initially he was anticipating that I'd be more involved, but I feel like I don't really know the language of a music video. Like, what makes a successful music video in your mind? 'Cause I've seen a few, but I don't watch enough to really know the language of it.
I don't know. It depends. I mean, there's a lot of good music videos that aren't like.
Best music video ever. What?
Oh.
Go.
Obviously, there's a Pixies music video where it's just them standing on a bunch of rocks running down in slow motion, which
Okay.
I mean that's more just entertaining because the whole thing was like they.
That's the best music video of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's just they,
But what is
they
it- what
slapped
is it that
together a
makes that a
music
good
video in
music
20
video?
seconds because it's just has has a little story behind it. It's just
Visually
like something
interesting
stupid.
though.
No, it's not. It's
No?
just dumb.
Okay.
But no, good music videos. It's just something they slapped together in 30 seconds because they had to have a music video or something. So they're like, well, let's just run down this hill we have, And then so they said that. To,
What-
they sent
well,
that to MTV,
well,
and that was their.
What about a music video
a good
that
one?
required work? Like,
Oh,
what's the best Fincher music video?
I don't know. What has he directed as part of music videos?
You know, I don't even know.
I don't know.
I know
Yeah.
I've seen some. I just off the top of my head, like I don't think about music videos. Very
No,
much.
I don't
It's-
really either.
It doesn't stick in my head.
I don't know.
But you watch a lot more music videos than I do. I think it's
I
safe to say.
don't even really watch music videos now. I mean,
Really?
no, not really.
Well, did you before?
What do you mean before? I don't know. I've seen a
Back
few,
when
like,
MTV played music videos and stuff.
Like, they
I don't know
still do it in the
VH1.
morning, you know?
Okay.
It's like- no, I don't know. His is over. Like I feel like overly connected to the song. Like normally you kind of want them to be not word for word each other. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
You don't
Well,
want. You
What are
don't
some
want,
great
you don't
music
want,
videos? If you stick out in your head, just
I
can you
don't
think
know.
of any music video that you're like that's really
Neon
good?
Demon? No, not at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good music video.
Yeah,
I give you
right,
that.
yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
I like that scene in The Naked Gun when they have the little love thing and they treat it like a music video. Have you seen The Naked Gun?
No.
I'll show it to you. I'll show you
Oh,
this during
man.
the break.
That's
You'll see what I
sad.
mean.
I think I've seen it like once.
It's a
like,
funny
long,
movie.
long
It's
time
funny.
ago.
It's.
It's
I mean, it was like when I was a kid. I
Nice
saw
Beaver,
it.
you know,
It was
yeah.
hilarious.
I've seen bits and pieces, I'm sure.
That's
That's
what sticks out in your mind.
No,
It's not what I would guess, but anyway. So basically, I don't know. I really don't know how much Ben watches music videos. I don't know. He seemed like he had an idea. It
told
seemed
me
like
that
Bach had an
he's
idea.
like, yeah, you can do this, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I really don't know. So anyway, so this is happening. So I show up to there. I think there's 3 days on location, but is it only 1 day of legitimate filming? Like
I think
with
so.
cameras
'Cause
rolling.
I was there for a while last night, and they didn't do any filming, as far as I know.
Okay, yeah, because they didn't. I don't think they didn't film when I was there because I left before they were done. Well, basically, I just went to drop off equipment essentially, and then they asked me just a couple like little technical things, and so I was like, okay, yeah, like I'll just basically like some general impressions about some things they were intending to do. So I gave a couple notes, and that was
Okay.
basically it. But then I saw Megan was there, so I was like, oh, okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
stick around.
I should go talk to Megan. I haven't seen her since
Yeah.
the adaptation encore screening,
Oh yes.
and then
That's
before
fine.
that, it was probably filming adaptation. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so talking to her, it was interesting because it sounds like essentially she's the only person in Omaha who's not completely involved in our stuff, who seems to now think that there's some degree of like that we were offering something different than what you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
in other places.
She
And
said we were like best in Omaha.
Well,
She was so excited.
I don't know.
was like,
I don't know
"Aw."
for sure if that's true. 'Cause I don't know who all's in Omaha, but I mean, like,
I believe it.
it was weird because I think I just you never really hear anybody. Everyone's just like, "Oh, you're making a movie, whatever."
It's weird. It's really nice.
It was a
Like,
weird feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, this is strange for me to hear somebody like what we do."
Yeah, someone's
Like,
validating your
legitimate.
work, and
Yes,
it's nice. You know?
legit.
It's
This is
like,
the first
dang.
legitimate time that's happened. I've heard people say they like it or whatever, but to have someone who is an actress, basically, because she was talking about how she's going to go to New York, and she said, she's talking about other projects she's going to be doing, and she's basically saying, like,
She's
like,
gonna work with Michael Keaton. On his place.
Michael Keaton. That's so
Like a
random.
Birdman.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, but basically she was just saying that she doesn't think that in New York she'll get an experience that offers sort of some of the same things that we're offering here. And like, it was moving. It was a
Yeah.
poignant little thing to
Aw.
hear from her. That that. I don't know that, and then that compiled with this idea that she's like, oh, I wish I'd done the movie, and I was like, oh,
Aw.
that's sad. Like it was validating, it was emotional, like it was moving.
Maybe someday when we're in New York directing plays, we can put her in one of those.
She said if she's ever starring in Star Wars, she'll demand we direct
Yes,
one.
okay.
I was like, no, don't give me
No!
$20 million.
Come on.
I don't want Star Wars. Give me,
Let me direct Star Wars.
get JJ to just give me.
Let me just show up on set a few days.
You can do what you did on the music video for
Yeah,
Star Wars.
yeah.
We'll just let Ben do it. Ben can take Star Wars.
sound-
I'll just do what I want to
Sound
do.
like Star Wars. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
See, like, I'm sure sound mixing Star Wars is the biggest job ever.
That
It's
sounds so
I was-
annoying. Like having to make
I
all
would
those
hate
different sound
doing it.
effects
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah. That's
How do you like? What is that laser noise?
It's him hitting like a tensioned rod with a hammer, like with a rubber mallet. Like he like they pull like a steel cord. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Now that you do, like if you act it out, you can like see it. You know, you're like, oh okay. Like, yeah, it's like some metal cord, and they whack it with a thing. And then nowadays it's on computers and whatnot. I mean, I don't know.
How does a computer do it though?
With you, I don't know. You take well, you could probably start with like that sound, then you add fuzz. And
Those
all this
guys
other
are
stuff.
good.
Yeah, they know what
Like,
they're
you can
doing.
do that.
Yeah.
Like to
I watched a video of people just making a bunch of different like sound effects for movies.
Did
and
it
stuff,
inspire
and it's
you?
really neat. Like there was like
I'm expecting some quality stuff
like they
for
were doing,
NJ.
well, they were doing like horror movie stuff, and like when they you gotta make a stab noise, like stab like a watermelon. Like, it's just like,
Well, that's
and
what,
it gets like a good crunch.
to
or, like,
know even where to start.
yeah. Like they
Like-
take celery and they crack it.
Yeah.
That's your bone snapping noise.
I mean,
and
that
it's
makes
like,
sense
oh,
when you
okay,
say
yeah.
it in retrospect, but I wouldn't like,
Yeah,
like
no, I
bone
wouldn't know.
snapping. I'm like, all right, well, let's find some dead people. I
Let's
guess.
get some bones.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Or like when someone's head explodes, what does that sound like? I wouldn't know exactly what to do to make that sound. But then when you know whatever it is that they do, then you
They
watch
make
it,
it
you're like,
sound
oh,
good
that's,
somehow.
of course that's what it
Yeah, it
sounds
makes
like.
sense. You're like, oh, okay.
I
why
do
not?
get a little annoyed with the really, really cartoony punches, though.
I don't know. Sometimes they're fun.
Sometimes they're fun, but sometimes you're watching something really serious. Like even I think it was the night of somebody's getting beat up in prison, and it's like this very dour,
like-
serious, realistic show. And yeah, it's like Indiana
Yeah.
Jones punches. I'm like,
See, I feel like in Indiana Jones they work though.
Oh, yeah,
Because,
yeah.
I mean, that
When
kind
it
of
need- when-
situation, yeah, it's
when
a
you
bit
want camp, when you want to draw attention to kind of the silliness of it, then absolutely it works.
I've got the when Will throws the newspaper down, I have like this obnoxious like slap. He's like,
Oh, you're getting far,
yeah, I did, yeah.
far.
Well, not the second one.
Oh, you
the
mean the
first?
very first
The first.
I
one.
forget he does it
I have
twice.
two different ones. One where it's like really obnoxious.
You know what's
and one where
weird?
It's kind of normal. It's
I didn't even notice
It's
that
so
became a
funny.
motif for Will's character. He does
Throwing
well. He
papers
does
on the countertop.
when he does the wrong way.
That's
When
my
he's-
favorite.
That was he just did that. I think he just literally accidentally threw it down the wrong side, but it was a really long take, so he just went with it,
That's fun.
which I thought was funny.
It's good that we have someone we can trust to improvise. Like Will's,
Oh, yeah.
Will's good at that. Like,
Well-
yeah.
Yeah, well, Will knows the script maybe better than anybody else too.
Surprisingly,
So,
like he seems like less.
You get the sense
attached.
he hates it all until he shows up and he's hilarious.
Yeah,
and he
he
knows the
knows
script. And
everything.
he can
I'm
throw
just
anything
like,
at him. And he improvises in character. And,
Right.
Yeah,
I always feel like he's so bored on set, and then it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's got everything figured out already. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
he gets it.
Yeah, he does.
All right, let's go to a break.
Oh, okay.
We'll be right back
Let's
talking about
break.
Lights Out. All right, so
Hey.
one more
Okay.
Vice headline generator before we get
Yes.
into Lights Out.
Before we come up with our own jokes.
yeah, exactly. This gets the creative juices. This is like a creative writing
Yeah, it's like
exercise.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you'll know after I
It's
say
like a
this.
topic you draw when you run out of topics to talk about. You know, it's,
Word
yeah.
association.
Exactly.
Okay, so Kalashnikovs, rifles, and glue in rehab with Ricky Gervais in Chile.
Yeah.
Is the Peruvian pre-IDM scene surviving?
What's IDM?
I actually don't even know. I think I did know at some point. I don't remember.
Okay.
Some of these, I'm seeing. I found a woman on MySpace who flew to Sudan and assaulted their postman.
Oh,
These are just getting
the
weird.
one postman that they have in Sudan.
Yeah,
Got
there's
abused.
a lot of this. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
Lights Out.
Lights out.
James Wan, directed by nobody.
Yes, by some other guy who's not James Wan.
Some nobody jerk.
It's it's your generic.
Well,
horror-
let's start.
it's your
Hold
generic
on, hold
horror
on.
movie of the
Back
summer.
up.
Is there really anything to talk about?
Yeah, well, the trailer. Talk about
yeah,
the
okay.
trailer first
Well,
off. So
yeah, the
we saw the trailer at Neon Demon. You'd seen it at Conjuring 2, I think, first
Yes.
time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I think the first couple minutes of the trailer are great. Like you get, it's them in like the little. It's a textile factory, is what it turns out to be. They make costumes.
It's
and
that whole
clothes and
factory
whatnot.
thing.
Yeah. So basically, a clothing factory.
Okay.
Little, a sweatshop, and there's
Sweatshop.
dudes like, what was that? Well, I'm trying to remember how the trailer went. It doesn't really matter. Anyways,
Well, they turn off the lights and there's the weird
the
lady
chick shows up in the
silhouette.
dark. It's kind of the whole
Yeah.
thing. And she lives in the dark or whatever, And then if you turn the lights off, there she is. Turn the lights on, she's gone. That's pretty much
How's she gone?
that's about all there is to her little gimmick.
Okay.
But I thought the original trailer was good. It's like a little 2-minute movie. Like that was great. That was fantastic. And then they follow up like the rest of their trailer with the rest of the trailer, which is just your generic horror movie. Oh my god, stay in the light, turn on, grab a flashlight, bullcrap, and it's just, I don't know. The movie literally starts off with that beginning trailer part as the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Oh, it's only 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes or so. It's not very long. And
why are you out of focus again? What happened?
I don't know. I think I think it's like sliding.
It's not sliding. It's on the table. How can it slide? Fix it. Because it's distracting me. I'm gonna make you
Maybe
fix it.
we're wrong. Maybe it's not us. It's them.
This is the big confusing thing about this camera is we seem to be parallel a lot. Oh, there you go. You're in focus there.
Yeah, but you're not.
I'm kind of in focus. I've been focused enough.
Why is it? How is it so hard to frame for some reason? I feel like this camera isn't like aligned properly. It's not.
Now it's just on me. Hello, everybody. Oh God! You almost just spilled coffee all over my laptop.
I didn't. See, look how slanted it is.
This is good.
What happened? Okay.
Let's just stick with
and
this.
we're here. Anyways, so yeah, no, the movie's very just generic horror movie. Do you remember? What was it? Darkness Falls.
Did that have Sean Bean?
I think was it Sean Bean in it?
What's her
I'd be
name?
hilarious if
I
it was
can't
Sean
remember
Bean.
her name.
I don't know. I remember it freaked me out when I was like 12, and then I watched it now. I'm like, oh, this is stupid.
Sean. I think it was Sean Bean.
Was it really?
No, maybe not. No.
All right, yeah, no Sean Bean. So
What am I thinking? Was there some other one called Darkness?
I don't know.
What's Darkness Falls?
Sean Bean movies. Darkness Falls.
The Dark was the one he was
The
in.
Dark.
Sorry,
Okay,
that's what I'm
so
thinking
much
of.
different.
And that was 2005. This is 2003. So okay, I must just be thinking of.
No, I don't know. I just
I
wasn't.
was
really-
close. I was in the time period.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's Darkness Falls?
Darkness Falls was the evil tooth fairy who lives in the dark, and it's like the exact same thing.
Okay,
yeah,
I do know what that is. Okay.
It's like the same thing, except instead of the tooth fairy, it's this girl who was like allergic to light or some crap, and they tried some.
she was allergic to light.
Yeah, like she had some skin condition where light shone on
I've
her.
got a weird
like,
thing.
she
When I
would-
walk out in the sun, I sneeze.
No, well, bright lights can make you sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
I always say I'm allergic to
Like,
the
you know,
sun.
yeah,
I
they
can-
say like if you need to sneeze and you can't, you're supposed to look at a light.
I literally walk outside and I sneeze almost every single
Weird.
time.
Maybe you just have like really bad allergies. And you don't
What they say, what I've looked it up is that
What they say.
there's some what they say.
Yeah.
Wise men say that it's something neurological, and it's like people who are predisposed to migraines have some. It's something that not everyone has in their brain. That's also like the same part that when you're out in the
Okay.
brightness, it can make you sneeze. And
Weird.
I don't understand anatomy enough to really explain why that makes sense. But so there you go, fun little.
Neat.
I could be
Your
like this
brain's
lady.
weird.
Yeah.
And
You're
yeah,
one of
no.
those
So
brains.
she's like, the light it burns, and they try some light therapy on her, and she goes poof, disappears.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And she's gone. But now she's
Wait,
just,
whoa!
She like
I
dies.
accepted
or
that
some
at
crap.
first, but
But they only show like a little clip of like them doing the procedure, and there's just like an ash covered like chair. So I assume that she just like burnt up under the lights, and then the whole thing is I guess she's
no, I'm out of focus.
now you're like up. You moved up a little bit. You know what's weird is that like I'm taller than you, but I'm always shorter than you in the video. I think I slouch. But
This is just crazy. I'm mad at this.
we need a better camera. I think we need a better system than this. It's literally a laptop on an Amazon box right now.
Anyway, okay, so we're getting distracted. So
You're getting distracted.
I am getting distracted.
I was
I'm
trying to
so
talk,
distracted.
and you're just not
So
paying
they're doing
attention.
some kind of test on her to see if they can get her to not be allergic to light.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
mean,
really like they
this
just
wasn't even important.
they give her a
It
shot,
was-
right?
No,
They're
they shoot lights on her. They go poof.
what does that make? How does that make you not
I
allergic
don't
to
know.
light?
It wasn't even like a thing they talked about. It just kind of showed like, oh, they tried to help her. And
All right,
like, a
so
table with a
anyway.
bunch of light bulbs over it. And I assume that was just what happened.
Okay.
And so, yeah, like she's attached to mom because mom and her were friends when they were in whatever medical place that they were working on. The girl had,
Yeah.
So
But she wants to
she's
kill
like
mom
attached
now?
to her memory. No, she is mad. She is only around whenever the mom is in a bad mental state, essentially. So
So she's like, hey, mom, it's okay. Don't be cry.
The dude she kills at the beginning is her husband. And so she kills off her husbands every once in a while to try and make her life a mess so that she can stay around because she's only around when she's in a bad mental state.
Oh, so she just wants to,
Yeah, but
Hang
she's
out.
also like murderous, and it's
a
like,
murderous
yeah.
friend.
Well, and it's I don't know.
BFF.
They do some cool stuff where they try to pull some cool gimmicks with the whole like she's not there in the light. Like a cop shows up at one point and he's like trying to shoot her, and when he shoots, like the muzzle flash like illuminates the room a little bit, and she disappears like that, just like flicker of a second.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
that was kind of neat. Like there were like a few like almost cool things, and then they're like, oh, here's the weakness, but then they just kill her some other way. It's so weird. Like oh, if you hold a black light and then use a regular light, it burns her. Like if the black light doesn't make her go away, so you can shine a regular light on her, and then
Okay, but
that
how do they
hurts.
kill her?
They don't. It doesn't. They end up killing her some other way.
How do they kill her?
Mom shoots herself.
Oh, well.
Yeah, she goes Fight Club and she just shoots herself to get rid of the bad guy.
But then, does the mom survive?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's not full Fight Club.
See, I was waiting for like an ambiguous ending to where
Yeah.
like mom shoots herself and the demon disappears, and then the demon might not be gone. But no, it's just happy ending after that, I guess, which is just bizarre.
So it would have been, I don't know.
Because like demon
Okay,
lady's already
let's-
killed
let's
like so
derail
many
things a little
people.
bit here.
And then, yeah.
Remind me, how did he survive getting shot in Fight Club?
He shot himself through the cheek.
Yeah, but he tricked Tyler.
I don't know.
Remind me what that was, because you
I
just
don't-
read the book, right?
Well, in the book,
I can't remember if that happened.
it
in the
doesn't
book
happen
even.
in the book.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So-
People show up and to the building,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, we care about you."
Right,
or some
because then
shit,
that
and
doesn't
like-
that doesn't all go through the way
No.
it should. But so he doesn't shoot
And
himself.
Tyler,
in the
Tyler
book at all.
disappears when the other
I
people show
remember.
up, I
Okay.
think, and then
So
and then he
I've
gets
always
locked
thought
in the lead-in.
I accept it when I watch the movie, but when I try to analyze him shooting himself and getting rid of
Yeah.
Tyler that way, I'm always like, I don't know. I don't know if that quite makes any sense.
I don't. Maybe it's just like he didn't really.
This
shoot-
movie's
He
not
didn't
realistic.
really shoot himself. I don't know. Maybe
He
did.
does because he's like, get some gas.
I was just disappointed that Where's My Mind wasn't playing when I finished the book. It's like,
So Lights Out, better than The Conjuring 2.
it's shorter, and I think that helped a lot. Like it's about an hour.
Yeah, because Conjuring 2 is like 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
isn't
it was really long. Like you just wait for that movie to end. Like as soon as it starts, you're just like, oh god, please be over.
Well, and Lights Out's what, like 80, 90 minutes?
Yeah, it was short. They're really.
81.
I don't think I saw anything that wasn't in like the trailer. Really, like there was no real big plot points that come up besides that.
Well, probably doesn't need much plot.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just.
So,
It's
worth seeing?
I mean, if you want to see just like a generic horror movie, go for it. I mean, the people I was with liked it more than I did, I guess. But I mean, I just thought it was average.
Yeah.
Wasn't really anything new.
But your soul is not as crushed as it was after watching Conjuring 2.
No, it wasn't as
remember
much as like a marathon.
Conjuring 2, you were just like done with
No.
movies for a little bit. You're
I-
like, I don't want to watch anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything.
It burnt me out. That
I'm just
was
tired
awful.
of life.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
I
like,
was,
possibly
uh,
the most openly depressed I've ever seen you was after Conjuring 2.
I was most disappointed in the youth of today after seeing Lights Out 2 because I was stuck in a little theater at Majestic with people who were literally just like ripping ass in the back of the seats, just like, like farting, being loud. And loud.
Really?
Yeah, it was so annoying.
That is bad.
Like I don't think I've ever been
That's worse than
so
texting.
annoyed in the theater. Yeah, they were just like, I mean,
And that's
ridiculous.
something that's awkward to go to management and be
Yeah.
like, excuse me.
all these kids in the back keep
these
ripping
kids
ass and
fart.
farting.
Can you tell these kids to stop farting, please?
I mean, if
It's
you come
disturbing
quick
me.
enough, it'll smell, and you'll know I'm not lying. It's like that's like the one time I have proof. But I did go and see a good movie though.
Oh,
Yeah,
what was
ooh,
it?
an older movie. They were playing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. At,
Oh, yeah, good movie.
at Alamo, yeah. Which Alamo made me was like just I loved that again, being able to sit in a nice quiet room and watch a movie
Yeah.
and not have to deal with kids laughing behind me the whole time.
You just got to get through that front desk.
Yeah,
If you can get the ticket, then
Yeah.
it's good. But
Oh, man.
it's kind of a
That's
struggle
hard.
to get to that point.
But
Do you like
yeah,
it?
yeah, it was good.
Jack Nicholson in the 70s. I mean,
He's ridiculous.
He's always
Like,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he was faking it when he comes back and then Chief strangles him?
Faking it in.
There are a few times where he pretends to be all zonked out and he comes back and he's like, "Oh, I'm good." He's like,
I think it's meant to be ambiguous.
okay because like he was like totally not responding at all when he
Yeah.
was like kind of tapping
Yeah.
him, then he's strangling him, and all of a sudden he's flipping out. So I'm like, oh, I thought maybe he was like, yeah,
Could be.
faking it. And then
I think it's a good
it just-
point.
yeah.
I mean, it's a point of discussion.
It was a very long movie. I don't think
Oh,
I don't
really?
think it needed to be as long as it
So
was.
it's a
I
little
think-
over 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, I don't know. It was weird because I saw the Always Sunny episode with Frank goes into the mental asylum like right before that, and I'm like, oh hey, it's the it's that movie.
Remind me, what else is going on in that one? Is that the one where the Pepe Sylvia?
I think so. I think it's the Pepe Sylvia episode.
That's a good
Yeah, the
one.
Pennsylvania one. Yeah, because he's doing the whole hit me thing
Yeah.
again. I'm like, oh, it's that. Okay, then yeah, that was my weird.
There is no Pepe Sylvia. That was my takeaway. It was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and A Beautiful Mind, and then what was the D and Dennis one?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if they had a.
I think they have something in that. I just don't remember.
I don't know what they're doing. They all start to merge together. The episodes do
Yeah.
for me. You know, it's
I
like,
haven't,
yeah.
I haven't watched them in years, actually.
One of my friends is recently rewatching it, so I've been over there every once in a while, seen a few episodes. I'm like, oh man, I forgot how funny this is.
I just got into, I think it was season. I was really liking it. I loved season 7. Then I get to season 8, and I'm kind of just like, eh. And then I got tired of it, and never gone back.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything past 8. I don't think.
8 wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's our reviews. Let's go to a break.
Yeah.
We'll be back after focusing camera a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And no, we're gone. We're gone.
No, we're back.
No,
okay,
we're
do
gone.
we have a tease?
We're going
Tease
away.
for what?
No,
For
no,
when we
no.
come back?
We're already gone.
All
Just
right,
let us go.
That's an
All right. I began life as a fishmonger in Egypt, and there was no Drew Barrymore. That's
It's
my
okay.
favorite from the Vice generator.
There's no Drew Barrymore for most of us. Though.
No,
I mean that's just kind of how it
generally.
is. I mean,
Generally not. And we found one from Clickhole that we were talking about during the break called "If Ötzi the Iceman were
Ötzi.
alive today, he'd be a Democrat." And there's a quote here: "Ötzi was a pastoralist, which was pretty damn progressive for someone living in a largely hunter-gatherer economy." I just heard about Ötzi for the first time months ago. I mean, it wasn't
Really?
that long ago. Yeah. I
Wow.
know.
That
Where
was
did you
like-
Where did you hear about
like
Ötzi?
8th grade for some reason. Like I specifically remember having to write like a paper about Ötzi.
I never had to write a paper about Ötzi.
Like it was some
I-
like, oh look, this ice guy, you know, and it's like
The ice guy.
the ice man,
Iceman.
Encino man, you know. It's like,
No, I thought it was a fascinating story, and I did a bunch of research on it. It's
Ice
made
Mom
its
is
way
fine.
into Green on Green, the next script.
really? Okay.
That's like a chunk of it is
Did they
kind of
find a
about
body?
Ötzi. No, they don't find anything,
I
but
was gonna say, did they find like a,
no, it's much more boring. She's like listening to the radio about it
Okay.
because we're doing a
Yeah.
fake radio show. For
That's
the
right. Are
movie.
we gonna be the radio show people?
No.
Oh,
Unless-
that's right, Fausti.
If Fausti
Yeah.
and Mendo O'Neill say no,
Okay.
then they will be us.
See, I forgot they were two different people. I always just assumed Fausti. and
Yeah, I
Mendo
know.
were the same
You were
person.
like, "Oh yeah, Fausti's at the bar. He's hilarious." And then we show up, like, "That's not. No, that's
no, I said.
that's Neil."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm new to Ötzi, Ötzi, Ötzi,
Itzy.
Ötzi.
Eats.
All of them. Yeah, I don't know. You had something you were talking about. I don't remember.
Ah.
Suicide Squad. You were scrolling,
Suicide
scrolling
Squad.
through. and you
Yeah,
were
it's
like,
on Facebook. It's everywhere.
it just looks dumb.
It does.
I just don't care about
It's
it.
a Hot Topic commercial, and I can't stand it.
That's
It's
a good way of putting it. And you hear all these stories about like Jared Leto abused animals the whole time he was filming and sent all the dead bodies to the crew members because he was in
Yeah.
character. And I'm like, that just sounds annoying. I wouldn't want to be on set with Jared Leto.
Is it Leto or
Uh,
Leto?
Is it Leto?
I always say Leto.
Jared Leto. Ötzi,
At least
Ötzi?
that's what it was when he was in 30 Seconds to Mars.
Leto? All right. So when I don't know Jared Leto, if he was acting like the Joker when the cameras weren't rolling for multiple months, I would probably be very annoyed.
I feel like the Joker doesn't do stuff like that. I feel like the Joker just, you know, like, I don't think he mails you a dead animal.
No.
He mails you a dead Batman.
Or like
maybe.
they'd say, like he gave
I
them,
mean,
he,
you know, it's
he
like-
mailed everyone like used condoms and
Yeah, I
stuff.
saw
and I'm
that.
like,
It's like, why, how's that? Yeah.
that's just stupid.
That doesn't help anybody.
That's annoying.
Yeah. He's like that guy. He's just doing it because he knows that he can.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's
it's
not
just an
even,
excuse for him to be
it's a
an asshole.
PG-13 comic book movie.
Is it
That's-
PG-13?
Yeah.
Really?
None of that stuff's going to be in the movie.
So, you know, for some reason, I was surprised that Will Smith like still acts. Like that was the part that blew my mind the most about this whole thing. I was like, oh, Will Smith's in it. I was like,
Apparently he got bored of just
Yeah.
spending money.
yeah, I thought he just like hung out and made money off his kids now.
Yeah, well, I think Jaden is like, no.
Jaden's weird. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's Willow do? Is she
I think she's
acting or
just
music
normal
or
and just
something?
kind of stays out of the picture. Like, I don't know.
I used to look every few months. I would look at Jaden Smith's Twitter feed, and they were very funny. So I'd
right.
retweet a bunch of them because it was kind of a gold mine of strange things. I don't know if it's performance art or that's just how he
I
is.
think it's just kids these days. That's what happens when you let them speak their mind.
I wonder how
on the
much he
internet,
farts
you
in
know?
the background of movies.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. I'm not going to see it. I just don't care.
I'll probably get dragged to it. I'll go. Whatever. I'll sit through it bored and probably just get drunk.
You're going to see Jason Bourne gets chased again, and
There was.
people angrily talk on the phone for 2 hours.
I got an advanced screening thing from Alamo, so I thought about it. But I mean, it's like.
Well, did you though?
I did. This supposedly.
Well, yeah.
What's
I
weird
don't
is
know.
that every time that you've gotten one, I never got the update, but they always let me in.
Yes,
And
that's
then
what I mean.
you get the email, and then they're like, "Oh, no, we can't let you in."
So
So,
I just don't trust them now when they send me things. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know if I really
Don't
have that
don't
now
believe it,
because
you
apparently
know.
it doesn't matter.
No, I don't know. It's up for debate. It's whether I'm gonna-
I don't know if anything happened in that second and third Bourne movie. I feel like it was just
a
a lot of people talking on the phone when they're mad, and
I
then
don't
he
think I
crashes
watched
a
the
couple
second
cars
and
and
third.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I do remember is there's that like shot of him jumping through the window, like he jumps across
Yeah.
the building, he jumped through. That was in the trailer for the new one too. It's like the exact same shot, just a different.
Well, he's
building.
good at it.
I know. It's
Why
like
would he
this
stop
is-
doing
this
that?
is-
He's
do the
good
same
at it.
stunts.
Yeah.
You know, he does like the jump through the window thing.
That's
like,
what
is
he-
that all he
that's his
does?
thing.
Yeah.
Not everyone can chase him that way.
I read the first book and it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for spy thriller type thing, it's all right. I mean, why not? Yeah. But I don't know. I don't really
Cutting out again.
I don't know. It says 0 drop frame, so I think it's okay.
No, and the last one we had a couple times where we would cut out.
Did it actually like look cut out though? Really?
Mhm.
That's annoying.
Well, Abe's been saying there's some problems with XSplit that even he's been having. So
Weird. Yeah, I wonder if it's just like poorly.
we've got a
It
new
just runs
thing
like
that we
crap.
need to try out for next
Ooh.
time. But since this is an advanced show, I didn't want to figure out a whole new thing for it. But he
Yeah.
says it's easier. So
Okay.
next week maybe. Well, because you're going. We
Yeah.
haven't talked about that.
Oh,
at all.
yeah.
I meant to talk about that.
I'm going to Colorado.
The reason
tomorrow.
why we're
Yeah.
the reason why we're doing this a little early is he's going to see a band play.
Yes, the band.
Tell the story.
I'm gonna go see LCD Sound System. What's the story? Is there a story?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Well, it's a cool band. You're
I
gonna
don't know.
go see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got
Going
into
to Colorado, the
I-
big CEO.
The big CO. CO.
The Green State?
Yeah, the Green State, something like that. No, I don't know. I got into the band whenever they were broken up. And so I was like, well, that sucks. I'm never going to be able to see them. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, we're coming back. I'm like, well, sweet. I'm going to go
Didn't
buy
he
tickets.
say he posted like a really apologetic?
Oh, he
like,
did. He
I'm
posted-
sorry. We
he-
said we were done, but we're not
Yeah.
done.
Well, they made a big deal out of their last show. Like, they
Yeah.
made like a little documentary off of it. They sold all these records of, this was their last shows at Madison Square Garden. It was this big, like, 4-hour concert. And then, like 5 years later, now he posts like this thing on Facebook. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm so sorry, but I've been making more music, and I invited all the other people of the band back." And they're like, "Of course we'll do it." So it's like he's talking about how he feels so bad that he betrayed all of his fans who thought that they were done. And it's like, oh, this poor guy sounds so sad. And then yeah,
But it's good music. Right?
oh, it's great.
New
Yeah,
stuff.
I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't released a new album yet, but they're gonna come out with one.
So you haven't heard anything that you're about to hear?
No, I don't know if they're gonna play any new
new
stuff.
stuff.
I don't know yet.
Well, they
We'll
should
find
play new
out. I
stuff.
don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Don't just play the hits. They're not at that point. They're not that old.
No, I mean, still.
So-
I'll be happy to see any of it.
So you're
live,
going to Colorado?
Yes.
Staying in a hotel?
Yes.
By yourself?
Yes. I got my own little room. It's it's over in Estes Park. It's kind of far away from Red Rocks, but I mean, it's worth the drive. I mean, I'm in
Cool
a little-
place?
Yeah, I'm in a little motel like right off the side of the mountain.
Nice.
It's where I stayed last time, and it's really neat. It's a nice little location. It's like,
You gonna hang out with Leah when you're there?
no, she's gonna be in Omaha
In Omaha,
or Lincoln.
Lincoln. Okay.
It's the same.
It's like, what's
it's
she-
the same
what's
thing.
she
It's
doing
an
in
hour
Omaha?
away. It's like if you're in Lincoln, you can be in Omaha. And it's
Yeah,
not that bad.
But if she's in Omaha, then I might have an excuse
You could probably
to say
drive
hi.
across Omaha in the time it takes to get to Lincoln.
I could drive across 72nd Street from like
Yeah.
Center to Dodge.
I was
at
thinking
rush
like
hour,
like
and
take
the time it
13th
takes
all the
me
way
to
to
get-
168th or something like that.
That's
and
true.
it's like, yeah.
yeah.
But no,
So-
I'm excited. I'm gonna go cliff diving. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, how'd that get
excited.
set up? Explain that.
I posted a little thing on Facebook asking for some suggestions as to what I should do. And this guy's like, "Oh, cliff diving." I looked it up, and there's a whole bunch of spots that people have just marked, and apparently people just go there. You jump off
For free?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not.
So you just go and they like strap a cord on you and they're like, there you go.
No. Well, it's not legal. It's not
oh.
legal. Like this is where you jump like off a cliff
Oh.
into a lake.
This is a Vice article right
Yes.
here.
This is I took drugs and jumped into a lake off of the cliff
In Colorado.
In Colorado.
Illegally.
And then something about I don't know. I have to get like I'm trying to think of like some silly. Yeah, I'm not.
Here,
I'm not a Vice News
Let
journalist.
me help you here.
Yes.
Okay, so here we have how a Hindu group are the most contemporary dubstep band in Montenegro.
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't help me. This is the transgender serial killer who wants to make Gaza the new New York.
Jeez. What? Okay, we're not talking. You're just.
I'm
throwing
trying
your
to
thing.
help. I'm trying to figure
No,
it
this
out, but
isn't
it's not
helping.
helping.
You
It's
just
not
wanted. You
helping.
just wanted more.
There's a Vice article headline somewhere,
somewhere
in what
buried
you're
in
about
what
to
I'm
go do,
doing.
and I don't know what it is.
No,
so.
it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you're gonna jump off a cliff into
It's
a lake,
not like anything that ridiculous. I mean,
off a medium-sized cliff
yes.
into a lake.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They
That's a
suggest,
crazy
they
thing to
suggest
do.
nothing more than like 50 to 100 feet.
That's a
So
big
it's
jump.
gonna be a
though.
pretty big
That's
jump,
bigger
yeah.
than like jumping
But,
off the
like,
diving board.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe if it's not like a really, really high dive.
Not in Omaha.
I mean, sure. I mean, why not? But yeah, no, I was gonna ask Moose Henderson if I could borrow the GoPro, maybe, but I'm not gonna care that much. I'll just go jump off a cliff. But
That'd be cool.
yeah,
Chris Cam.
here's him. I'm trying to think what else I have planned. I have my little itinerary at home of just like
You have an itinerary?
just this
That's
shit,
so
just
cute.
shit I want to check out. You know what I mean? Not like an actual
Oh,
like day by day schedule.
Is
but
it
like
laminated?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, we got my driver's marker so I can take notes, cross stuff out as I go. No, I mean I've got like some restaurants written down. I might try out shit like that. Some bars.
You're just gonna go by yourself?
Yes,
You gonna?
I've got some people I might meet up with. The guy who runs our competing production company. He's working at a bar in Denver right now. So
Wait, I thought he was in Omaha. Or not in Omaha. I thought he was in Iowa.
he goes back and forth, I guess. Like he lives in Omaha. He was going to school in Iowa. Then he has family in Colorado. So he's over there working.
He's everywhere.
Yeah,
we
he's-
can't escape this guy.
He's over there working at their bar, and so I might go check out that.
Is he? Does he have a movie he wants to make? Are we gonna?
I don't know.
Are we gonna
I'll talk
team
to him.
up?
Yeah,
I
maybe
thought that was
maybe
gonna
I'll meet
happen,
up and
I forgot
talk
about
business while I'm there.
Okay,
I'm
talk.
gonna do some writing. Maybe write some pen
Some
pal while
pleasure?
I'm there. Yeah,
Some business
It's
and
gonna be great.
pleasure?
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be fun.
Copious amounts of business and pleasure,
Sure.
intermingled.
Yes. All the mingling.
All the mingling. Yeah. I met up with a friend who I knew from school that I haven't seen in many years, and it was just like a, like I don't know, reacquaint ourselves kind of meeting. I
Yeah,
think.
why not?
But he's always kind of talked about writing stuff, and he's someone who he's really good at writing those little like half a vignette. Like he'll have some little scene and he'll write it really well, and then he has no idea what to do with
But
it
that's
from
it.
there, and he never really expands on it. But he's always talking about like, I want to do this whole story about this guy who's an alcoholic, and I've written like this one scene.
Is
and
this
like,
me? Are you talking about me?
No.
This is my pen pals. I have this one idea.
no, because I had that idea.
But you gave it to me.
Yeah.
You can't pull
No,
that card.
you can't-
It's
you
mine
can't.
now.
That's
No,
what
you
I'm saying.
already told me it's mine. It's like,
You can have it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
But you didn't come to me saying you had this great idea.
No.
You wanted to expand it.
Well, I
You
came
took
to
an
you,
idea
I came
from
to you
me,
saying I had a
and
great idea for your idea, and you're like, I like that idea better, and then we
Yeah.
stuck with that. So.
Well, because I tried writing that one out and I didn't like what I wrote, so
Okay.
you can have anything,
All right.
yeah. And I'll do whatever if you want help. But anyway, so so he's kind of like that, and then he was talking to me how he wants to do. He's always wanted to write a play. I was like, yeah, that's like I'd love to write a play because I feel like a lot of the movies that I like and even stuff that I write could easily just be a play. Like Naomi Jones could be a play. Almost
Yeah.
Anything could be a play. But for some reason, I just like I know how to tell the story with like a film. I don't know, energy, and I don't really know. I don't know how to do it as a play.
Yeah.
But I'd love to do one, so we came up with like the whole structure of this potential play that might happen if we ever actually write the whole thing out. And I was thinking that'd be fun to like have a play that's happening locally.
Yeah.
I want to like be able to do that, but I don't really want to. I don't know, have to write a play every year.
I don't want to write a play.
It sounds like more
I don't know
work to
if I
me
could
than
write a
a
play.
screenplay.
Yeah.
Even
That
though.
seems like a lot more preparation. You gotta have it. Like, do you have to do it all at once?
Well, I wouldn't want to direct it.
No. Okay.
Someone else, some
Leah do it. She directs plays.
Yeah, some piddly other person or some good person like Leah can take it, and I don't really care. But just like to say that I have a play, that's like being
It's a good
performed.
thing to say.
I think people would automatically be like, "That's cool." Whereas like we have a movie playing, and everyone's kind of like, cool, nice job."
Is it a horror movie?
Yeah, no one cares. So I don't know. My suspicion is a play might go over a little bit better, but I don't know. So you're gonna be off doing that.
Yeah. What are you gonna be doing?
I don't know, going to work.
You finally got back from like all your vacations, and now I'm gonna go on mine. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long.
Well, we haven't been meeting up in the week as much because
we haven't gone to any movies.
Well, it hasn't really been. It's been we're in the drought period.
That's true. You don't want to see. I'm trying to think of all the terrible action movies that have come out in the last.
Star Trek, Jason Bourne.
Yeah, how about with Star Trek? I think Abe liked it.
Yeah, but Abe's a Star Trek guy.
Oh, okay.
Abe makes
You'd think he'd hate it if he was a Star Trek
Abe makes
guy.
references to all these
I mean,
Star
come
Trek
on.
things. He was talking about some fan theory for why Sulu could be gay now as a result of Nero traveling back in time and changing things.
Okay.
And like certain things that would be different now so that
Yeah.
now Sulu can be gay.
Okay.
And
Or,
like
you know.
it's so much more involved than any thought I've ever given to it. The only one I was involved in was like I think it's funny that Khan becomes white somehow by Nero going back in time.
No more Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, that's a good complaint.
Yeah. They made him as white as possible too.
Cumberbatch is
Yeah,
pretty white.
He's
I
pretty
mean-
white. He's got some weird eyes, man. Like,
He's a weird looking guy.
He's a weird face.
He does. So I don't know. So I don't really have any good teases. I know the new Woody Allen movie is starting to come out, roll out in the theaters if it ever makes it to
What's
Omaha.
that?
Cafe Society.
Okay, let's go see
It's
it.
Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart.
Oh, I finally saw American Ultra.
It's great.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. That was fun.
Like, how did this movie end up as
Why
good
was
as it
that
is? Yeah,
entertaining?
that was
Yeah.
a surprisingly good movie.
Right? And it's like you want to go in and you want to hate it because you're like,
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart.
Oh, there's so many.
It's
And
like,
Topher
yeah.
Grace.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
great though in this one.
I unabashedly
surprisingly
enjoyed that
fun.
movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I have
Weird.
to say. So yeah, if Cafe Society makes it over here, that'll get a review here.
Okay.
But otherwise, I don't really know what's going to be out in the next week even. I know Mike Birbiglia has a new one coming out pretty soon, which I really enjoyed Sleepwalk with Me, so I'm excited to see that.
I watched that again recently.
He was tweeting a bunch of things about places he's doing Q&As at, so I was like, you should do it in Omaha. Like, I'll moderate it if you can't find a name to do it. So we'll see if that pans out. I'm gonna guess not, but because I don't know.
Tell them we're from a prestigious production company in Omaha, Nebraska. Megan Fresno says we're the best.
Oh, other little update. Walden Pond sounds like it's gonna be back. He's done auditing classes in Florida.
I heard this.
I just heard it. I literally just heard it hours ago. So
What happened? Is he?
I think everything we assumed might happen happened. I don't think there's any real surprises there, but he will be back. So presumably he'll be on the show. You'll be able to see him and his glorious beard. It is so long. It is Gandalf level
I
now.
don't
I
understand
think.
how that happened. It seems like it's grown
It's
exponentially.
very fast.
Yeah.
He grows fast.
Mine's
facial
never
hair.
grown that fast. Like,
And the
ever.
top of his hair is always short, so he must get haircuts a lot. He goes with that.
He
weird
goes
buzzer
with that
thing.
guy.
He goes, yeah. He'll be.
It's like-
Yeah. So, any teases? Anything else we want to say before we wrap this baby up?
I don't know. I mean, I'll have my.
Give it to the mommy.
Yes, we can cut the baby.
Cut the baby in half. Give it to the two
Yes,
moms.
the 2 moms. So we're progressive.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't know. I don't really have any teases. I'll just show up and do my normal thing. I mean,
We'll be back.
yeah, we'll be back. We're always back.
Um,
One way or another.
we're always back.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch more of the night of. I think there's a new episode tonight.
Ooh, okay.
Or by the time you're watching this, it will have already aired. So I don't know.
So you too can see it.
You too can see it. You too can watch whatever you want. Otherwise, I think we're good. I think that's a show. So
That's a show.
goodbye, everybody. I guess.
Farewell.
He almost just spilled water.